Anything mind-blowing. It's just kind of
No, it's gonna be mind-blowing.
Okay.
Set
Coming at you.
yourself up for success.
Oh, thank you.
Not
Hunter.
failure,
I
success.
appreciate it.
Yes. Oh, we've started.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's up,
yeah, I know.
media junkies?
Welcome back.
Welcome.
We're not gonna understand at all what we're laughing about.
It was like 2 seconds ago we were doing that voice and going, "Welcome back."
Yep.
I got my complete Sherlock Holmes book right here because I'm gonna read it later.
Nobody asked.
That's just my mini recent rec. You should just read it if you're into mystery things.
Yeah.
The reason I actually started reading this because I loved Ace Attorney so much.
He
I
had
was like,
nightmares about a snake.
I did. They were,
Yeah.
Well, you just spoiled the end of the Speckled Band. You're not supposed to know it's a snake until the end
Well, why?
because it's like, what is the Speckled Band? What that killed her?
You
jazz
just
hands.
spoiled it yourself.
And
I
it's
could have been
Ace Attorney
taught.
case
I
that's based
could've-
off of it. That also has it. So you
Listen.
spoiled that too.
Listen, Luke. I could have just been saying you had a nightmare about a snake. I didn't.
Oh no! I
seriously
ruined it.
say-
Oh, it's my fault.
You ruined it. You
Oh
idiot.
no!
Yeah. You
I
did.
could have been just talking about because you don't like snakes, so you could have just had a nightmare about
Elementary.
snakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'll save the big small talk that probably everyone's expecting to the end because it ties into the episode.
Okay.
Um,
TikTok's banned.
yeah, but
It's
TikTok's
banned,
unbanned.
It's banned but not banned.
Yeah,
it's
it's weird.
banned for everybody but me apparently because I can't use it.
yeah, I think it was banned. For
Oh,
like
it's on banned for everybody except for you.
Yeah. Because I can't use it.
Yeah,
it's
that
broken.
sucks.
It's
Well,
broken.
you, can,
And
you
I-
can't re-download it.
I know I deleted it
Idiot.
because I restarted my phone. That didn't work, so I deleted it to try and
Why would
re-download
you-
it. But it's not on the App Store
Why
anymore.
would
Well, I don't
do
have
that?
TikTok, so I don't. It doesn't affect.
And
me.
I even logged in on the website, and it still doesn't work on there.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be coming. It's coming. It's
Did you
gonna
spell
come
it
back.
right?
It's just not. It's not completely
My
banned.
friend and I-
TICKTOCK.
My friend and I had a 130-day streak on there, and now it's
Oh.
gone.
Oh, me and my friend have a 200 something.
Maybe they'll
Holy
preserve
moly.
everyone's streaks.
Yeah, me and my friend
I
started
doubt
ours like the day it started, like
I don't
on
like.
accident.
I don't like the idea of a streak because I feel like if I messed it up because I'm a very forgetful person,
Guys.
that I would just feel like so guilty.
We've already messed it up
Yeah.
once before.
Yeah.
It was bad.
239 days,
We bumped it up.
Wow.
and we have a streak pet too.
Streak pet? What is
Yeah.
that? I don't think we've
Um,
unlocked that yet.
This little guy.
Oh, can you like choose what it is, or is that
No,
just
it's always, but he
It's always a
evolves
penguin.
whenever you.
what?
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Crazy. It's like a little
Streak pet.
streak guy.
It's just a fire.
You can do little things every single day.
In 5 years, he'll be fully evolved.
Oh my word.
Actually, I don't think it's gonna.
Do you think anyone has a fully evolved streak pet? Well, not anymore.
Probably.
Not yet. I think it's just like it's like. A
Oh,
newer
it's like a
thing.
new
Has
feature.
TikTok even
Yeah.
been around for? I guess
Both
so.
my friends actually. Also, another cool thing that happened while we were on break, Hatsune Miku got added to Fortnite.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And for some reason, everyone
Hey,
was talking about it.
Also, something that's really funny about Hatsune Miku being in Fortnite. You know who else is in Fortnite? This around the same time that Hatsune Miku got added.
Peter Griffin.
Godzilla.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
They've been in there's been multiple games where they've been in the same time.
That's
There's
weird.
Fall Guys. They're both in Fall Guys. There's Fortnite obviously now, and there's this weird bubble game. I don't know what this is. Where they're both in
Oh,
the
yeah.
game too, and then there's another game up top where they're also.
That's funny.
That is
So-
weird.
They're bound to be.
They're- they
They're
are.
soulmates.
The
Yeah.
only game that I know so far that they haven't been in the same game
Dave the
is
Diver.
Call of Duty.
Oh, and Dave the
Mm.
Diver.
And Dave the Diver?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Godzilla's in it, not Hatsune Miku.
Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, she's gonna. Be in
That
a
one makes
scuba
more
mask.
sense, but I think her not being in Call of Duty makes sense because I don't know how Call of Duty would be able to do
I'm
that.
thinking Miku.
I'm thinking.
I know like 3 songs, but it's a weird like thing on the it's just a weird little thing on the internet that is so don't
Yeah.
like that you'll never fully understand.
It's not my cup of tea.
You know what I mean? But
I just bought it because I'm like, killing people in Fortnite's funny.
it's just like
like
she-
especially
especially
with Hatsune
when
Miku.
and she looks cool. She's like but she's like a character, but she's like sings.
I bought
But it's like
the most recent.
I don't know, it's
Well,
weird.
not the most recent. One of the recent skins I bought was Vegeta because he came into the item shop.
Vegeta.
He's very cool.
Vegeta.
Wait, he's
I
back?
think it's pronounced.
I think they just added him for the first time,
Vegeta.
right?
Vegeta was released like a long while.
Okay, so yeah, he came back like a month ago. Him and him and
yeah.
Goku and Beerus
didn't
and all of them
realize
came back.
Vegeta.
They also added the androids. Those are new. They added the
Ooh.
Android whatever 16 and 17.
No one-
I
What
think.
about the Apple? The IO.
They don't have their skins. Not yet.
They don't have-
Updating
Yeah.
my Harry Potter Progress now.
Oh yeah,
I'm on.
This is like its own segment. Now.
I know it is.
cool.
I'm on Goblet of Fire. Prisoner of Azkaban was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Best book so far, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Luke on the way here, I think Goblet of Fire has like the best opening so far of any of
Yes.
the books. It's very
Good hook.
It's a very good hook, and it's once you're like 4 or 5 books into a series, you'd expect it to kind of start to lose its grasp on you.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
it doesn't. Yeah. Well, especially with ones like that where she constantly has new ideas for how the story's going to go.
Right.
I think a lot of times
Yeah.
they write new books because they're like, oh, I got to get the characters.
It's crazy because
next.
every book has at least some hint as to what's going to happen in the next book.
Yes.
So you know she was always thinking ahead because
I know.
was constant like hints at like different things.
I think that there were a lot of things. I don't know if she know the entire thing about how it's going to end, but I've had this discussion with my parents, back and forth, and I haven't really settled on fully on one way or another yet. But I wonder how much of the ending she knew before she even started writing the book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I don't think, well, not all writers, but I think there's like a good amount of writers that think of the ending in
Yes.
the beginning first.
And,
Oh,
then
yeah.
they
and that
put-
usually
I'm the
makes
same way.
that
And
usually
it's
makes
just
for a good
filler.
series, I think.
I usually think of the ending first because that's like the most
Yeah.
important, intriguing
right.
part.
That's
and then
what's
it's
going to be like the most because
yeah, and then the fun part is obviously
Getting
it
there.
to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't have the ending in mind first, and you're just writing to write, which is
Right.
fun, but like it's not as easy to like get like for like a consumer to like
And
enjoy
sometimes
it.
the story does take a different course and the ending changes on its
Yes.
own just because it doesn't fit exactly. But anyways, another Harry Potter update is Sophie and I started watching the movies back.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't seen them since they came out and she's kind of forgot pretty much everything. Meaning I get to relive the experience of watching it for the first time. So it's very fun.
Nice.
But it's for the second time, so it's not really reliving it.
Not
basically
really,
the same thing.
but it's basically. I will say, Goblet of Fire. I've noticed is the
Hilarious.
yeah, but it's also the haziest movie for me. Like I remember the least about it.
I really
Yeah.
that experience stood out to me almost the most because it was
it was
so,
a really fun.
It was
movie.
really weird,
It
dude.
was just like
The ball, just like
yeah.
yeah.
So I saw,
Yeah, I understand everything you guys are saying.
I saw
Yeah.
what? Why would you say that?
Wait, is that
I was like-
sarcasm or is that true?
I was like, he does.
do you
I
really?
do.
Oh, okay, you do. Okay.
Wait, what?
yeah.
You watch the movies
I'm
with
just
us.
trying to confuse him at this
You
point.
really are. Anyway, I saw a thumbnail a while ago that was like 10 things wrong with Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire. It's like a picture of Hermione with Victor Crumb. There's an arrow pointing to her, and it's like underage. And I'm like, oh,
that is something
Yeah.
we talk about a
whoa.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
even think about that.
Victor Crumb in my top, my bottom 5 characters.
Yeah, like what?
Terrible.
Victor Crumb.
There's a-
Wait, no, he doesn't have a B at the end of his name. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a thing about what's it called? Why did I just blank on the name? Harry Potter. That like I could rewatch that like almost every single
Yeah.
day and never get bored.
It is one of those, like, yeah.
It's
Like
very
I
fun.
could understand. I'll never understand the full plot of it because there's stuff that I've been catching.
Right.
I've watched the movie multiple times when I was really young. But to be fair, I wasn't really paying attention to a lot of stuff. I was just paying attention to the main stuff.
Like the
that's happening in front
world
of
and
you.
the characters. Yeah.
I never understood the whole time stuff until the last time I watched it. I
Right.
didn't understand any of it. I'm like,
It's one of those things that, like, as you grow,
Yeah.
the story evolves.
They're so good that even once I'm done rewatching them
Mm-hmm.
with my girlfriend, I expect to watch them again just by myself.
Yeah.
Because I really
Got
like
to, dude.
just like I like consuming things with people, but I also like watching.
You gotta get the different
movies-
perspectives.
Right.
I do that with a
Yeah.
lot of games too.
Right, and I like just watching them by myself and being able to enjoy it, just like and just understand
go at your own
everything,
pace,
really,
kind of,
yeah,
yeah.
and really pay attention.
Right.
But one more Harry Potter tidbit.
All right.
Is I'm thinking about playing Hogwarts Legacy because that just sounds amazing.
I got it on my Switch, and I guess I had different expectations. I don't think I think that it was not what I wanted it to be.
How
I
much
thought-
of it did you play?
I played like a good bit of it. Like I got to Hogsmeade.
Because the biggest consensus I've heard about it so far is that it gets way better the more you play.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to play more of it. But I thought that it was gonna be like I'm a student living my life in Hogwarts, and I was gonna get through go through my classes and stuff. But it was more like
a narrative.
yeah, and
Well-
I
story.
I just gotta come in with the mindset of wanting to enjoy that rather than what I was expecting.
Right.
You know, so I just gotta come into it again.
But there's a lot of role playing
Hogwarts-
aspects, right?
yeah,
Like-
and I don't think I've gotten there yet, but yeah, I'm sure there will be.
Hogwarts Legacy is more of like telling the story before Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Like none of the
yeah,
teachers
the-
were there. The layout was all
legacy.
different.
Because
Yeah.
I know you get to choose like what house you go in. And everything,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So,
interesting. It's different.
Yeah.
Lego Harry Potter is also really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's all the Harry Potter updates.
Very cool.
Yep,
you enjoy
we'll-
that.
We'll
Yeah.
continue in further episodes.
I have my small little tangent too. I am currently trying to play all of the Zelda games on at least from the timeline that I'm looking at.
May he rest
right
in
now-
peace.
Mm-hmm.
May I rest in peace, because I don't know how I'm going to feel about all of these. Because so
Yeah.
far, I've been playing Ocarina of Time. It's a good game, but there's a lot of stuff that makes me like just kind of want to get away from it. But I kind of want to finish it because like I'm already so far. I'm at the
The Woody
water
Boo.
water temple.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
So
infamous for being
infamous for
horrible.
being probably one of the worst start places in the game.
in
Mm.
the series even.
In the series.
Yeah,
Jeez.
which is like, I don't know. People are just
But yeah.
never cease to astound me.
Mm.
I like the game is good, but I don't know if it's because I'm playing on 3DS or not. But it's not this amazing masterpiece
It's
that
not very
everyone's.
intuitive.
It's not the most like I'll give everyone this. It has a great story, everything, the world building.
Mhm.
The game's good.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. But I do not think it deserves 99 when Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom has a 96 or whatever.
And even like I feel like Majora's Mask built upon the concept of 3D Zelda better by making the. I mean, I guess Ocarina was more of a traditional Zelda game, but I think 3D Zelda is best when it's doing its own thing. You know. And I also just think that Zelda's better in 2D. I've always felt that.
yeah.
The formula is good. It's a really nice formula, but I feel like 3D is a bit too. It's never sat right with me.
Mm. Well, seems like we have some more Nintendo stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
don't we?
okay. This is my big thing. Before we go into that real quick, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. No one is excited for this. No one cares about it. Everyone just sees it as another like, oh, Nintendo's being weird again,
Donkey
making
Kong
a
Returns
$60 port or whatever. And I'm like, it's a brilliant game, and it was the first game I ever really like played, so it has a lot to it means a lot to me. And I thought I was gonna go play it and be like, oh yeah, funny Donkey Kong game, like cool childhood
Funny,
memories.
haha
But I was like,
game.
no, this is a brilliant game. It is very well designed. It's very like meticulously crafted to be very very good. I want to play it with you guys at some point because I think you guys will enjoy it. It's just a fun little game.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't recommend it because $60 is definitely a too high a price, I think.
Yeah.
But for me, it is very nostalgic. It's like I was telling Austin, like he has Crash Bandicoot. This is like my Crash Bandicoot. You know, this is the game that I grew up in. I don't know if I actually ever told the story on the podcast, but this is actually a great time to.
Yeah.
When I was 5, was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré,
I
and
think you did, but I don't know.
I can't remember.
You told
but-
us. I don't know.
I
if
don't think I
you
told the podcast, but I was like,
It doesn't really matter.
and I was paralyzed. My sister had the same thing very recently. Actually, she's still recovering from it.
It paralyzes you.
Paralyzes you, and so the way it manifests in most people is that in their legs,
Mm.
it gets and then you get all crazy and you
Yeah.
can't move.
Yeah.
But for me and my sister, this is the only case of this the only time it ever happens is in a repeat in a family ever,
Wow.
and I was like the second kid I think in the country to have it anyway.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yes, so we're like a medical anomaly. Our
Yeah.
family is,
Okay,
and
yeah.
so it manifested here. So the first thing to go was like our
In your chest.
throat and
Okay.
stuff. Not chest, more like here, I guess, my
Yeah.
throat. So I couldn't eat properly, and it was very risky because we could have passed away. But I was saved, and while I was there, I could find out how to move my hands. And so the doctors had a Wii there, and they brought the Wii in, and they brought Donkey Kong. My dad got Donkey Kong for Father's Day, and he played it, and we played it together. I mostly just because you could like use it's called like Super Guide, and it's like a little monkey that just does the level for you. And I mostly just watched him watch that happen instead of
Yeah.
playing it myself. But
Yeah.
I just have a lot of memories of playing that game and loving it and sharing it with my brother and stuff.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
it's cool, and it's a really good game. One of the best 2D platformers I'll probably ever play. That and Tropical Freeze are both great games.
Yeah. Interesting.
But speaking of Nintendo,
Ooh.
we have a lot of big news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2,
Yeah.
the sequel to Nintendo Switch 1.
Least creative part about it is probably the name.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, everyone thought that Nintendo Switch was going to be called the NX. That was like
Yeah.
the big thing when it was
They
coming out.
should have called it Super Nintendo Switch. Okay.
No.
The Switch U.
Yeah.
That would have been very
Also-
popular.
Yeah.
Probably should bring this up too about the Switch 2, is that it's 7 switches more powerful than the Switch 1, docked in handheld mode.
It is going to.
That's crazy.
We're finally going to get to play with the
And-
big boys. Is what I keep saying.
It's crazy, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14 more Switches powerful than Switch docked when it's docked.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's crazy.
It's-
Physically, it's going to
crazy.
be crazy powerful,
Yeah.
and we're finally going to be able to have.
I also think it's way more aesthetically pleasing.
It is. It's a lot more
really
like
nice.
classier. I
Yeah,
think.
it's nice
I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer. The trailer is really good. Did you watch it?
Yeah,
Like,
the tech
it's like-
trailer. Yeah, it's
it's
very
like
satisfying.
ASMR. Like,
Yeah.
it's nice.
I've heard a very weird consensus about this. Like, there's people who are like, "Oh, it's very lazy and it's very stupid. I don't."
The
like
trailer.
It. Yeah, the trailer.
It showed off all the features in such a digestible,
showing
and
off the-
interesting way.
I think they're more talking about the fact that people are complaining about how the what's it called are gonna break. They're not gonna break. The little things
Yeah,
that they connect to.
It's
they're
not a
gonna
magnet.
break.
They connect into
Yeah.
the. So instead of
Connect into
sliding
the
into
thing.
the Switch now, the Joy-Cons snap onto the sides, which I think is a good change. The
Yeah.
Joy-Cons are bigger. The screen is bigger. The dock is more like where they say like streamlined.
Yeah.
Like everything about it is a lot more classier. But there's a few other features I don't know if you guys have seen. There's this mysterious C button that no one really knows what
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna do yet,
No one
but
knows
we're all
yet.
interested to see that.
Yeah.
There are rumors of, and they kind of hinted at it in the trailer. I think
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a mouse.
you can use the Joy-Con as a mouse.
That's
So
crazy.
you
Yeah.
can like click things with.
Yeah.
I'm assuming with the shoulder buttons, you
Yeah.
can probably. That's pretty cool. What else? What else? The stand is different now. Very cool.
It's like rounder too.
Yeah, it's more
I
sleek.
can't wait.
They have like the it looked like the kickstand thing was like.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was
Yeah,
different. It was more.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good. It's going to be a hit, I'm sure. The Switch is already. I don't know. I'm talking with my hands today. The Switch is already very popular.
Yeah.
One of the most popular Nintendo things of all time.
I think
can't
it's
wait.
the most successful Nintendo
Yes.
console.
So I thought today we could talk about
Mm-hmm.
our experiences with different consoles.
Okay.
But something else I wanted to do was I wanted to take controllers. I think talk about new controllers, old controllers, and
Right.
rate them out of 10.
Okay.
Even if we've used them or not, just how they
Yeah.
look and design wise and stuff. So,
Also, one more thing I was gonna say. People also complain about is the controller color. How it's very just gray. It's like
I think they're going for a more mature.
Yeah.
look.
Also, it probably is not just gonna be this only color. It's probably gonna have other colors
Yeah.
too, where it's gonna have like the original Switch.
Yeah, because remember
you
like,
could still get gray Joy-Cons. That was the first Joy-Cons that I had for my Switch. Was
Right,
gray
yeah.
Joy-Cons.
it's weird. People find something to nitpick on. That's just
Yeah.
like,
Well-
just enjoy the product.
To preface kind of our conversation about experiences with consoles,
Okay.
I'll talk about the Switch too because obviously no one's experienced it yet.
Right.
Yeah.
My make or break still on whether I get this console
know,
or not
dude.
still is
The drift.
no, that too, but
Yeah.
no. What games are coming
Right.
with it?
And that
Mario Kart.
It all comes down to
I've heard
April.
Mario Kart.
Have you seen the new Mario Kart?
I haven't.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
It all comes down to April. April, we could probably watch it together. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
yeah, we will.
They have
they-
like a press.
Have a direct
Okay,
coming
cool.
out. Which I'm excited for
Let me
because
see.
for me, games is always my draw to consoles
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
always
April 2nd, I'm
you know,
pretty sure,
It
right?
can have the greatest. It can be the greatest console of all time, but
yeah.
if it doesn't have games
yeah,
I'm interested in.
I've never been a big like
It-
contrary to what I've already said. I've never been a big like tech guy. I never cared about the new cool features, even though I do, but like not as much as the games.
Yeah. It's all Switch 1 games, and they'll have Switch 2 games.
Yes, it's backwards compatible.
Backwards
So you can
compatibility.
keep playing Ace
That's
Attorney.
cool.
So you and what they said is, and you'll like this, that they have not I guess removed, but they showed the trailer and they showed the Joy-Cons, and I guess the big tech guys who know these things could tell that it looked a lot less likely that they would drift.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
that they actually worked on it, which is like. I'm like fingers crossed, but like
I don't know if I
Nintendo.
believe
I think
also-
I'm
it-
just gonna get a Pro controller anyways.
Well, I'll take the hit because I do enjoy Joy-Con, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. Because
Yeah.
I really do. For some reason, Joy-Cons, like I've just been like, yeah,
I
love
really
Joy-Cons.
want
yeah,
the Switch
it's
2.
really clever.
If it comes out before my birthday, that's my main birthday gift that I really want is the Switch 2.
Oh, yeah,
If
well,
I don't
yours
get
is in
any other
October.
gifts, huh?
Whoa! He just looked at me with wide eyes.
What?
Yours birthday's on October, mine's in April, so I have less likely of a chance of getting it
Yeah.
sooner. Schwatevs.
I thought you were saying it's coming out in October. I thought you were like.
Oh, that's why you were like,
I
what?
I thought you had like insider
No,
information.
it's coming
that's
out this year though.
Yeah.
guys, this year we're getting.
GTA 6.
Sorry, my brain just
Minecraft
exploded.
movie. The
Minecraft
movie.
movie, GTA 6, Switch 2, Deltarune 3 and 4.
Oh, we are?
Yes,
been confirmed?
it's coming out
Nice.
this year.
Mm.
He's making really funny tweets lately. He made a tweet that was like, "We're not going to be releasing the rest of Deltarune because there is a bee in the studio."
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
I showed you guys that.
You
though,
sent
yeah.
it to us.
Yeah.
I believe. Anyway, we're getting off topic. The point is,
Nintendo, more like Nintendo.
Mm.
Hunter, stop with the bangers. We're trying to
Yeah.
get back on track here, and you're making.
Okay, so April 2nd is when the
Is when
thing
the direct is.
So I'll look at when that is.
I've heard
no, that's-
about. I've heard about a new Mario Kart. I've heard rumors about a new 3D Mario.
Dang.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey was the last one, and that game was.
God, that game was good.
It
So
was good.
unless
I
there's
hope-
something-
I
And
hope-
Mario Wonder was good too.
I know. I hope
Unless there's
they-
something on this on the 2nd of April where we don't have school. It's. not
I
looking
just
like we
hope
can.
there's a new Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Because there haven't been a new Donkey Kong game since like 2016, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
April 2nd is just a.
There hasn't been a new
There's a new
Mario
school.
Kart in a really long time.
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, there hasn't. Mario
Yeah.
Kart 8 has been from the Wii
Yeah. So.
to.
But
this.
you know they did get. I
Or
don't know
the
if you
Wii
got
U,
the
sorry.
booster course pass for Mario Kart 8.
No, I don't think I ever.
So
bought
it wasn't a new game, but it doubled the amount of tracks, and it was really cool.
Yeah, like deluxe.
Oh yeah,
No.
Or-
They
There's a DLC.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
there's
Mm.
24 cars. You can have 24 racers now.
Oh,
In the new game, there's gonna be 24 people on the track at once. And
that's crazy.
I don't know. There's been a lot of memes of the new Donkey Kong design. Hunter's been sending me some of them too.
Mm.
Then they're using
Oh,
his
yeah.
design from the movie, which I'm not a super fan of. But I can get used to it. It's fine. But he has
Yeah.
like big eyes now. He's like,
Yeah.
he looks really weird.
Apparently, it's not from the movie. Apparently, it's one of Donkey Kong's original.
Donkey Kong Jr. Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Junior.
Yeah, because that's what Donkey Kong Jr. looks like. So I don't know. We'll see. And I'm just gonna enjoy the memes for now because
Yeah.
it's really funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
So different consoles we've experienced.
Yeah. So like, what was the? Okay, so I have a few questions here. The first one is, what was the first console you guys have memories of? You know?
PlayStation 2 was the first console I ever played.
Okay.
I grew up. It's weird because obviously I didn't grow up as each PlayStation came out, but I played all of the PlayStation consoles in my childhood
Oh,
as
weird.
a kid. So PlayStation 2 was the first one, and then I played PlayStation 3, mostly just like Crash Bandicoot and like platformer kind of games.
Mhm.
And then PlayStation 4 was the first big console where I was like, I love video games.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I got it for Christmas. I got it way late. Like I was playing PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 when the PlayStation 4 was already out. So
Oh,
I
interesting.
didn't get the PS4 until like 2018.
You're behind the times.
Yeah. And that's when I first played Red Dead. That was the first PlayStation 4 game I ever played.
Oh, is that right? Wow,
Yeah,
you
no.
really hit it off with a bang
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it was obviously phenomenal. But yeah, PlayStation is obviously my favorite. It's the one I've played the most. I did play Xbox 360 for a while.
Yeah,
and
and you're on Xbox right now, aren't you?
I am. I don't have a PlayStation now, but I plan on hopefully getting back into it because obviously I love PlayStation so much.
Yeah.
But the Xbox is good too. I like the current generation. It's good.
Mhm.
It's not like crazy.
Anything mind blowing or anything?
Yeah. What about you, Hunter? What?
I don't remember.
Really?
Is that what you're looking at up?
Yeah, I'm asking my mom what my first console.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll go while he's doing that. Then, so I've always been a Nintendo kid,
Mm.
but I will say I have very like fuzzy, vague memories of playing a PlayStation 2.
Mm.
I played a Finding Nemo game on there that I kept dying on the shark level, and every time because that one had wires connecting it, it was not a wireless controller, and every time I die on the shark level, I'd be like, no, and I'd
Yeah.
yank it, and it would fall off the shelf, and everything would be horrible. My dad was like, stop doing that, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing it. So then I kept ripping it off the wall, and then it broke, and then I
Yeah.
never beat that shark level.
Yeah.
But then after that is when I that might have been after I got sick. I can't remember. When I got sick was when I first played the Wii, and that was when I was like, heck yeah, dude, Donkey Kong rules, and
Yeah.
and like I think I played Mario Galaxy too, but I don't have as many memories from that one. And it was all around a good time. And that game too, like, kind of made me. I remember that game making me sick because I was
Really?
already sick, and then I was just like I'm walking around
Yeah.
the planet and bleh. But it was yeah, the Wii was definitely where I grew up with, and that's why like whenever people are like I hate motion controls, like I never really understood that because that's what I grew up with, because
Yeah.
with the Wii you have to like shake to move things a lot of the time, and I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty fun.
Mm.
So apparently, my first console was the PS2.
Oh, so you
Okay.
play
So
Finding
my mom
Nemo,
says-
the critically acclaimed
Yeah.
Finding Nemo
I
game.
don't know what the games I played on PS. Oh no, I might have Mortal Kombat. I think as one of the games that I played on.
Wow.
PlayStation 2 is notorious for all of those movie video games.
Finding
Yeah.
Nemo.
No, like Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
And there's like other games like Over the
Hedge.
Over the Hedge.
That's
Almost-
funny.
Yeah.
Oh
there's,
yeah,
like, all
And
kinds of different weird.
I know because Game Grumps have like a whole collection of those
Yeah,
weird.
because
they're really funny.
Movies used to always release with like kids' movies, anyways, with like a game to partner it.
Yeah,
it
and
was
I
just-
never liked movie games because I never liked playing a game where like the game wasn't first. Because I feel like with a
Yeah.
game, you kind of have to have that for, you know what I mean? Because then everything feels
Right.
like weird and like out of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's either not going to be true to the movie or it's going to have like weird nuances. I don't know.
Yeah, but talking about if you want to talk about PlayStation controllers,
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
PlayStation controllers have gotten like I believe better and better all the way through.
Mhm.
If you go back and play the PlayStation 2, I've never touched a PlayStation
I'm going to look it up because I
1.
don't know it. I'm going to look up the old controllers.
Yeah.
They look crazy, but I've never touched a PlayStation 1, so I have no knowledge about that. But the PlayStation 2 controller is atrocious, and I hate it. It controls terribly. It does not hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 is very similar to the PlayStation 4
I've seen that
controller.
one. Oh, yeah. That's
Um,
weird.
It's okay.
Wait,
It's
which one is this one? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but which one is this one? Is that the
That-
PlayStation 2?
That's PlayStation 3.
Let me
Oh.
see.
Yeah.
Those knobs are not in
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
that's
spot.
three.
Yeah.
The sticks.
What
That's in a
really
really
both.
awkward spot.
Yeah, but
What in the world?
I don't know what that is.
Let me see.
I've never seen that before.
Let me see.
Well,
Oh,
they always do weird things with their
it's
Yeah.
the
controllers.
Genesis controller. I'm kidding. I don't know.
The controller, it's like with video games, it's like the controller is important because,
But anyways,
I think I like the PS3 controller.
PlayStation 3 controller was like fine. It was a
Yeah,
fine
yeah,
controller. It did its job. PlayStation 4, obviously for its time, was a great controller. Perfect. It was really good and innovative.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back on it, compared to the PS5 controller, I cannot use a PlayStation 4 controller.
I always like looking at the PS5
I can
controller.
use
The-
all three of them perfectly
I'm
fine.
like,
the
dang,
PS5
girl.
controller just fits my hands so much
Yeah.
better than PlayStation 3. Or PlayStation 4, I mean. PlayStation 4 controllers are just like way bulkier in comparison.
Yes.
And like they just like don't fit. my
I know what
hands.
you mean. And I think that they've definitely gotten better at like,
Mhm.
that's been a lot of their, especially with like Nintendo, like the
Mhm.
Joy-Cons, like they've been making sure that is the
Yeah.
primary focus.
So there's this really weird thing that I found out about the controllers, right?
For what? For PlayStation?
PlayStation controllers. So the PS3 can be used or with a PS5 controller.
Oh.
It's not good because
I bet not.
You can't use any of the features at
Yeah.
all, so it's
Yeah.
pointless. I had to use it because I didn't think my PS3 controller was charging, but it was just because of the charger I was using.
Uh-huh.
So it was like I was like, oh, I have to use the PS5 controller, so I can't like close. I had to manually turn off the console, and it was just.
That's
Mhm.
doesn't okay. So the PS5 has that like screen or like what is it like?
no, it's
like
a trackpad.
A trackpad.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like
It's just a trackpad. It's like a mouse.
I don't know what that
type
means.
deal.
It's you can.
You
It's
literally
kind
just
of like a touchpad almost.
Oh, like on a computer.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, the
so,
Switch 2 is going to be able to be used
It
as a mouse.
really
so.
sucks.
Um,
when you play on PC games.
Well, the problem with, it's kind of all over the place. But the problem with the
It's okay.
PS5 controller that I have,
what it's for.
the PS5 controller is my favorite controller.
Yes.
But the big problem I have is the lack of utilization for the new features. It's not the new features aren't used like nearly as
You always
enough as they
have
should
that,
be.
yeah.
Like the trackpad, it serves almost no
I-
purpose.
I hate it so much.
And
Yeah, it's weird.
the first game, that came out with the PS5, it was Miles Morales, and then it was
Was it?
I
I thought it was Bug Snacks. Or
the
not Bugsnax.
Bugsnax came with it too. What was it? Astrobot.
Oh, have you played that?
Yeah, it
That
was-
looks so good,
It was
dude.
the tech demo when the PlayStation 5 came out.
I really want to play that game.
I'm not talking about the newest one. I'm not talking
Oh.
about that. I'm talking
Wait.
about the one that came out with the PS5.
There's multiple Astrobots.
Yeah, there have been tons of
there's
Astrobots.
one that
What?
there's one that you get that comes with the PS5.
Oh, really?
whenever
Yeah,
you play
yeah,
it.
it's
I didn't know
it's
that.
basically an ad for the PlayStation 5 because
Yeah, it tells you
it's
all
a
the
really
things.
great game, but
Yeah.
the entire game it's like a 3D platformer and
Yes.
it utilizes all of the features really well because there will be like
Well, yeah,
different
that's-
levels. And
Oh, that's cool.
You kind of have to like I'm trying,
And that's what
I'm trying to think of an example.
that was such a hit that they made an actual
Yeah.
game out of it.
Right,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, the point of the game was to like show off the features of what the PS5.
But
Right.
it doesn't really show out. Like
No,
it doesn't really use those in other games.
The few PlayStation exclusives that have come out since
Yeah,
then, anyways.
like the
which
3 ones.
which I voiced my
Yeah.
opinion about. They don't really utilize it that much. The best new thing about the controller is probably the vibrations. It feels a lot, I don't know, more specific.
Yes,
It doesn't-
I always liked that. It was always an
Yeah.
underrated thing to me. Was
Yeah,
like,
so-
like it's always like, ooh, I did
It
something
has
good.
like textures to it.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah,
crunching
yeah.
in snow feels like snow.
Yes, I know. I've
Um,
always felt that, and
yeah,
it's so interesting to me.
it's
I want to
really
know more
cool.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And I can it has gotten better as as controllers and
It
as
has.
consoles has gone
yeah.
on.
So PlayStation 5 is my favorite controller.
Yeah.
Talking about Xbox, I was always a big like I hate Xbox controllers. Growing up, I had a Xbox 360 and
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I hated the controller.
I never liked the Xbox button. That always felt really
Right.
weird to
It
me.
is really
Yeah, it is weird.
Really big buttons is weird.
Yes.
But I've noticed that I've gotten really used to it having an Xbox now.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't
Well, you
think-
always will.
Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as I was making it out to be. But something I've realized about controllers through all of this is that rounder controllers are better than square controllers.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
Yeah.
the older PlayStation controllers are very square and they don't fit my
Or
hands
like
very
NES
well.
even, you know.
Right. So rounder controllers are always just better.
I agree. I you know, it's funny. I have an Xbox that I use, and I always, to me, it was always like the Xbox controllers have always been very like basic. Like they're just like they're almost like you think of a controller, like especially nowadays, like that's just what it looks like. And the
Yeah.
PlayStations, there's a little more like inventive, and then
Right.
Nintendo is just was like brain matter.
Crazy,
Yeah.
just
We're,
like, just some futuristic
but it's always like
device.
intuitive, except for the Wii U.
Yeah.
The Wii U was just like I don't know what was going
Oh
on
yeah,
there.
the Wii U. Okay.
Was that was the one where it was just like a pad?
It was
right?
the game,
Yeah,
and then there
it
was
was
like
a Switch before the Switch.
I don't even know what they were doing. I don't know what the deal. Like, what were they doing? What were they doing?
They were trying to make it where you could play games on the TV, but the bottom screen. It was before. It was like the 3DS, but worse.
Yeah,
It was like the
'Cause,
D- it was like the
someone else
DS, but
holds the
worse.
gamepad, and they can like make blocks appear.
Oh, yeah, some
or,
games
like
would, like-
collect coins, but like what? What's
Some
the point
games,
of that?
Yeah.
Some games they would tell you, look at the gamepad screen.
Yeah, well, that
On
was cool.
certain
Like with like
things.
Paper Mario Color Splash,
I think what
you
would
had
have
your
been-
cards there.
I think
Yeah.
an improvement for the Wii U is, I think, what the like screen on your gamepad should have been is literally just the game. You know,
Yeah.
so you can look either at the TV or at the
Yeah.
gamepad to play however you want.
But then what would the point be of that? Like,
yeah, even then, it's like there's
So
still
weird.
no point.
it's just
just
like
it's,
they were
it's-
just trying to like ease people into the Switch, maybe.
yeah, or
'Cause
they were
this-
just testing new waters.
I gotta be
don't know.
honest, the Switch is a brilliant console.
It is,
Like,
yeah.
say what you want about Nintendo, but the
Yeah.
Switch is really smart.
Yeah,
It is a good-
Like,
And that's
what-
why
console.
it's
there
been
isn't
so
many
long.
consoles where you can
There's zero. This is the only
Yeah.
one.
Mm.
that you can just disconnect the controller from like the actual console itself and it
Yes.
still work.
And,
I mean,
and you feel so like stylish when you do it. You're like,
Yeah,
you know, I got
it's-
the control.
It's very cool.
Yes.
It's one of the best consoles.
it's like
And you could like mobile, making
Mm-hmm.
a console that is mobile and like also on like your TV
Mm-hmm.
will like I think will go down in history as being one of the most like intuitive
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like good choices that a
Mhm.
game company has done.
it's probably one of the best.
Yes.
But I wasn't able to say this.
Oh, sorry.
with The PS5 controller
Mhm.
is that if you ever connect it to a PC,
Mm.
it's not good because it counts the trackpad as a
Oh.
mouse. So if your
Yeah.
fingers go a little bit over like the thing, it will just like
I've
go
done that
around
before.
and it's so annoying.
I've
Yeah.
had that experience. It sucks.
It goes
The
crazy.
PlayStation controllers are the least optimized to PC. That's what's nice about Xbox controllers is almost
Mm-hmm.
every PC game that allows you to connect a controller, which is pretty much all of them,
Yeah.
always defaults to Xbox.
Yeah.
So it's always optimized. To
That's because Xbox is very like middle of the
Mm. Well,
road.
it's
like,
because
standard,
Microsoft
except for the
owns
Deadpool.
Yeah, it's because
Microsoft-
Microsoft owns.
Microsoft owns
Yeah.
basically.
Oh,
PCs.
yeah.
Yeah, so they optimize
Microsoft
it to their
out there.
controller.
The only
Being
thing they
crazy.
don't really own is Linux.
What?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
It's just a
What about
it's a
Nintendo?
different.
it's a brand.
No, it's a brand.
Yeah, like a computer
Microsoft,
I
like
gotcha.
Windows, is
Oh,
run
yeah,
by
yeah,
Microsoft,
yeah, yeah.
Brand.
and then Linux is its own brand.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, Microsoft owns most of the PC, and even Linux stuff will even use Xbox controls.
Yeah, they just know that it's the.
so like it's
Mhm.
just the default for everything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I remember I have memories of playing Skylanders with my
Mhm.
Xbox controller. Don't say anything.
Skylanders is so good.
It's not as good as you think, dude.
No, I played it. I replayed it again. It's still so good. I still love it so much.
It's just walking around and punching things. It's not really.
You don't like it?
I
Luke?
love
I mean, it's cool. The characters are fun. The boss fights are good, but it's just walking around and punching things at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know.
I still love it.
And then you pay money to walk around and punch things as a different character.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a nice, relaxing game to just play. You don't got to deal with a whole bunch of extra crap.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And it's got funny characters.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
they're pros and cons, but
Yeah.
it's whatever.
Mostly pros.
What's it called?
Most-
Anyway, back to our little discussion.
I'm trying to think of other consoles. The biggest
Well, was 3DS your first Nintendo console?
3DS, yeah, that was my first Nintendo console, I guess you could call it, maybe.
Yes, you could call it that.
Yeah,
Yes, it is one, I think.
It
But
is
wait-
kind of.
Nintendo thing.
Yeah.
Mine was either the Wii or the
Did you ever-
64.
I never
Yeah,
had a
64.
Wii. I
You never had a Wii. You,
never
dude,
had
it was a great era.
I know.
Maybe more like
personally-
me if you had
I
a Wii.
always would be at someone's house and they would always have it.
Yeah.
I never actually had my own Wii.
Well, I think Nintendo's always been the
Might have been
the
Nintendo.
like the party game
It
company,
has,
you know. So like
yeah.
if you want to go to your friend's house and they have a Wii, you're like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's this part is gonna
I
get
love
turned.
my
This
3DS.
party's gonna get turned.
I still have my 3DS.
Yeah.
Somewhere. It's in my closet, I think.
It's broken.
Yeah. No, it's still working.
Probably not.
I just probably need to charge it.
They still work.
But I don't know what my opinion really, if I have anything interesting to say about the 3DS. It was just a good
Yeah.
Just a good handheld.
Portable well, PlayStation had the PSP, right?
Ooh.
Yes.
But was that very like well received?
I want
it was well received for the most part. I just never had one, so I don't know
I
a
want
lot
one of
about
those.
it.
I think
So
portable
bad.
consoles are very like the unsung hero. Like I feel like
Yeah.
portable consoles
Yeah.
are always really really good.
PSP was like
especially PSP.
it was. I heard it was good, but there was also a lot of faults to it. that
Sure,
just-
I can
Well, yeah.
imagine.
like not all the games were really great. You know. Just
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I always say this, and I'm sure that you guys agree. Like, you can have the best console ever, but if the games aren't good, then there's no reason to.
Right. Which again
Yeah.
is just like
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch. You know, you just need more games, and I'll.
Nintendo Switch has good games.
I know they have some good games, but I'm not
a lot
fan.
of good games.
I'm not a fan of the Nintendo format particularly.
What do you
So,
mean? Like
The kinds of games that they make.
Sure.
I'm not the. I was a great. I loved platformers growing up, and I still love a really good platformer.
yeah,
But
but
Nintendo, it's hit or miss for me.
I
with
sure
their
I get
platformers.
that. And if you're not
Um,
into that, and you can, because a lot of times with indie devs will like release their stuff on all the consoles, so
Right.
it won't really matter anyway.
Mm.
Speaking of which, I want to get Nine Souls. That's like the next thing I'm getting as soon as I
Yeah.
get my. money.
I never got very far into it, but it was really good.
Mhm.
It was what I played.
And you were
was
saying that
great.
I would love it. I definitely want to get
You
it.
would really like it. I'm actually kind of sad that I didn't continue playing
Yeah,
it.
maybe we
But yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else do
What
we
else?
have about consoles?
I mean, there's what hasn't been said.
Yeah.
What about you know what controller I never really jived with that
What?
the N64 controller. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've played in N64.
Oh, the one
You
with
have?
the,
Yeah.
the one with the little extra stick
Oh my god,
in the
I've
middle, or is that
the-
a different one I'm thinking?
the most humbling experience you'll have.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
is playing Super Mario 64.
Oh,
The N64 controller is so hard to
it is
control.
so weird. It's like why the movement stick is in just the weirdest spot.
I know. It's just
Yeah, it's because it's in the middle where that.
It's in the nethers.
Okay, I
of
wanna
the
know-
controller.
why that middle. The little,
Well, yeah,
the little middle one doesn't exist.
They were finding like they were discovering things, so they didn't
Yeah.
know what the next step was because that was the first
which
really.
is crazy because I played the N64 at my uncle's house, who obviously grew up playing the N64, and someone that grew up with that controller, man, they can play that game flawlessly.
It's so weird.
but
isn't it?
I couldn't get the hang of it.
And then like I don't get these newfangled adaptive good
but I feel
controllers.
like new controllers are like made to understand.
That's what I
easier.
think. But people get into their ways of doing
I
things.
love
Right,
Mario
right.
64 on that thing. Because that was the game that I played whenever I played on.
I never got too far into Mario 64. I got like I'm more of a Banjo Kazooie guy because that was like
Mhm.
different and new. But
Yeah.
Mario 64 was just like pretty cool. I get it.
Mhm.
It definitely feels more like it was like a tech demo for the
Yeah.
And I know as soon as I said that I'm like, oh, I can feel people getting upset with me.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It was good for its time. I love the N64, you guys. Please don't think I hate it just because
No, he absolutely.
like, I feel like I feel like I have very negative opinions about.
I'll sacrifice myself and make a bold claim.
Okay.
Since we're getting into that territory, Super Mario Odyssey has to be my favorite Mario game of all time. I just can't. I
think
love
that's a pretty
that
good
game.
opinion.
I love that
I
game
think
so much.
I think I don't even know if I have a favorite.
Which it's interesting because 2D Mario games have always been more my style.
Yeah.
But that game is just
Mario Wonder, I think, was the last one where I was like, heck yeah.
I loved Mario Wonder.
But I
It's a
feel
great
like the new Mario games, like, they're fun, but like I do want something different. But
Yeah.
yeah, Mario Odyssey is a fantastic game.
It is really
Have you
good.
played Mario Galaxy? That one's pretty good too.
I haven't. I've heard it's
It's
really
pretty
good.
It's pretty good. That was
Um,
my childhood game, so I have
yeah.
more. But yeah, Mario Odyssey is
It's
brilliant.
just so unique, and I
Yeah.
just really like the style and everything about it.
The only thing that I wish Mario Odyssey did more is that I wish that it was a good size, but I wish that the worlds themselves were just a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
There was somewhere I was like, I'm just kind of getting all the moons, and they're just kind of like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I'd like to see another one for the Switch too, but at the same
I
time,
cannot wait for to see what they're gonna do for the Switch.
yeah,
Super
I
Mario.
wonder what the next 3D Mario is gonna be.
Super Mario. I couldn't think of anything.
Super
Galaxy
Mario-
3?
Super oh.
That'd be cool.
Super Mario Galaxy.
Super Mario
15.
Odyssey 2 for the Switch 2, and it's just the same trailer, but he's like two Marios.
That'd
But
be-
there's
that'd
two
be
Marios.
interesting.
The next Mario Odyssey game, if they make another Mario Odyssey, they should make you could do 2-player with Luigi.
They need
Luigi.
another Animal Crossing, except like go even further in on the online, like
Yes.
playing with other people.
Did you play Animal Crossing at all?
Not the last one.
Oh.
But I've seen a lot about it.
I played the last one. I mean, I
New Horizons.
my sisters went
that's
nuts.
that's
on
the
that
one where you
game.
can. Everyone has like an island,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
you
and
can go to other people's
I've been to my
islands.
sister's islands, and their islands have like all these huge museums and like shops, and I'm just like got a little tent, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not doing
I
that.
got a good couple. I got a little far into that game.
I think Animal Crossing would be so much cooler if, obviously it's Animal Crossing, but
You can.
there are no NPCs. Imagine everyone's like an actual like all of the
Oh, I
players.
see what you mean.
No.
All of the
It's like a big
characters
communal.
are people. You
No.
know.
Well, there were leaks of talk of a. I think they never came to fruition, but there was leaks of a talk of a Nintendo Online thing where it was like a massive thing that like 500 or maybe even more people could be on at once and like could do things.
Yeah.
But like
I don't know exactly how it would work, but it would
I
just be
would-
super
it would be
cool.
really
that
cool.
would be fun, but the chaos that would ensue.
Right.
Because you can
Well, how chaotic can you get with Animal Crossing, though, right?
you can write stuff on
That is true.
carpet
On
and
the
you can
ground.
and then you can put it down. So you can write letters onto the carpet and put those letters on.
It's
the
a
Bad
ground.
sacrifice
letters.
we have to make.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
somebody could just spell out a
Well, that's why
really bad
they
word.
shut down the Miiverse, which apparently there have been rumors of them doing that again.
And
Yeah.
that's why they shut
was sad. I
down
like the
Penguin.
The
Miiverse.
Miiverse was cool, but everyone the video I always see, I never watched it, but it's like why they shut down the Miiverse, and the thumbnail is just like a kid, and he's like, "This game is good, but I hate my parents," and I'm like, "Oh, yep, nope, shut that down."
Yeah.
Just like what's it called? Club Penguin.
I mean, I just-
Club Penguin
yeah.
has die.
I remember watching the video of like everyone was playing Club Penguin, and they were like, "Guys, it's happening," and then they were
Yeah.
like counting down, and it's really sad.
I know it is really sad.
Club Penguin has die.
I played
everyone.
I like to
Kung
pretend.
Penguin.
I like to pretend when I see those Club Penguin clips of like them counting down to the server and that
Whatever
they're
you
like
do.
dying.
Yeah, they're like-
they're
yeah,
they
they're-
actually die.
Whatever
Yeah.
you do not look up I love Club Penguin shirt.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You showed me that.
Yeah.
I have.
You love that.
Don't
That shirt. I meant this.
let's cut that out.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, but-
take it out of context. If they know what the
That's
shirt
not what I
is.
meant. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Go,
it is,
you love that? No.
I meant like you love that meme.
Yeah, I love the
Anyway,
meme.
Yeah, I had Club Penguin for my DS, but
Mm-hmm.
I never cared about it at all,
Yeah.
even in the slightest.
Any other console at all?
I don't know.
I think we covered
all the
most of
bases.
those.
GameCube.
I never really
Never had
touched
a
the
I never played
GameCube.
GameCube. I wondered if one of you guys did, but no.
I played Mario Sunshine, and I was like, that's a good game.
Yeah.
That's it.
Was
The
that
end.
on the GameCube?
Yeah,
yeah.
and but
I
I played
think
on
that
the
was
Switch.
the other one I played on GameCube.
And
or maybe it
a game I always wanted to play was the original Luigi's Mansion.
Wait, was 64 able to play on GameCube?
No, you play on the 64.
Okay, I don't know if it. I don't remember. It's been a while. I don't remember what
Mario
games can-
GameCube.
Yeah.
Well, because I remember playing Sunshine too, but I don't
Sunshine
remember.
2.
No, not Sunshine 2, but I remember
Just
also
making you so mad for no reason.
I meant playing Mario Sunshine as well.
Mario Moonshine. Wait, you and
What?
Mario Moonshine.
Let's go.
He's just drunk walking around the whole time.
He's making moonshine in his bathtub.
What? No,
at
wait,
home.
hang on.
Yeah, hold on. Stop throwing
I'm not able
accusations
to
out here.
objection.
Yeah.
Objection.
I finished the
Objection.
I finished the second Miles
Yeah,
Edgeworth
we-
game, and it has like, and this is even after Harry Potter. I'm saying this, and maybe just because I enjoy this more. My favorite plot twist of all time, that I had no clue. No, my sister was like, her jaw was like on the floor. I had to pick it back up for her.
Yeah, craziness.
Yeah, craziness.
Yeah,
Anyway, what is our time looking like for this episode?
we're at 45 minutes.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a little shorter, but yeah, more of a chill episode. I think this is gonna be a hot topic. I think people are gonna be interested in what our feelings on the new Nintendo Switch 2.
Again, excited.
Yes, we're
Like, very,
excited.
very excited.
That is the consensus.
I'm just really hoping they have some banger lineups for games coming out.
Yeah.
So
And also, if there's like maybe one game that you care about and you're like, I don't know if I'll get it, then you can just play it at my house.
Mario Kart is almost enough to get me to buy it.
Yeah.
I love Mario Kart.
What if it's like Mario Kart and Mario Odyssey 2? Would that be
100%.
deal breaker
I
or
would
deal
buy it.
winner? Yeah,
I would
okay,
buy
good.
it. In the console's also
you
still
buy it from
pretty
me?
affordable.
No.
Would you buy it for me too?
Yeah, because the last it was like what the Switch was like $300. Like Nintendo's always been really good at prices. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't had a really overpriced console except for the Game Boy.
Well, obviously we don't know the
Mini,
price yet,
micro,
but
yeah,
we can kind of.
Except for the Game Boy
They go from
Micro.
$300 to like $700.
that would
Oh.
suck. That would suck.
Unless you're talking about the Game Boy Micro.
I really wish that the Switch 2 has like so many like weird hidden features. Like I was like, the
Yeah.
Switch 2 can be used as an umbrella. Like you
I heard there's
Okay, what?
like stuff like that.
another rumor I heard, which I don't know if it means anything, is a potential new Metroid game.
Well, Metroid Prime 4 has had some trailers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that
well,
supposed to come out for the Switch
well,
too?
well, I mean, it's backwards compatible, so it doesn't.
Oh,
really.
okay.
But Metroid Prime 4 was a thing like I think 6 years ago that got announced, and there was like no news on it for years. And then like GTA 6.
I've never played a Metroid game.
They're
but
pretty good.
I'd be interested in
I mean,
getting into it.
they're not as they're Metroidvanias, and you love Hollow Knight, so I'm
Right.
sure that would be your kind of thing. But it was. I mean, I played I think 2 of them, and they're never really my cup of tea because everyone says that the older one is the best one that was on the Super Nintendo, and I wasn't too into it. I like
Yeah.
the newer ones more. So, but they're good. I
Yeah.
enjoy them. I enjoy the formula, and I enjoy the character.
Okay, here's my dream lineup. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Uh,
yeah, let's do this.
New Mario Kart.
Okay.
New interesting 3D Mario,
Okay.
and new Luigi's Mansion.
Yes. Oh,
Yes,
please. Luigi,
and-
have you played Luigi Mansion 3?
I haven't.
You have not played
No.
that? That
The-
is a
My favorite.
Sounds like
masterpiece.
My favorite Luigi Mansions game, which doesn't really matter because
Is Dark Moon?
It was
Let
the
him
one for the
finish?
3DS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hunter and
I-
I have just started playing that.
I
Oh
love.
well, yeah,
that game.
I have first beat the first
I
one.
I
and
just
then I'll
started
play
playing
Dark
that again
Moon.
recently.
Yeah,
It
it
sounds
sounds
great.
great.
Sounds
Great
great.
game.
Honestly, I think since we haven't had a hangout where I've played a game, I
True.
could just play 3.
With
That's
Austin,
true.
because Austin.
Well, yeah, I know.
Is it 2-player?
Yes.
Oh, then
So-
I guess we can play 3 together
Yeah, we
then.
could.
Luigi's Mansion 3. That should be our next hangout.
That-
But we gotta.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
But
But
we also have to wait until I finish the first 2, because I
yeah,
want to play the first.
And
2
also,
before
you
that.
don't have any time.
True.
Yeah.
You have class tomorrow, though, right?
No.
Maybe. We'll
maybe.
talk about it.
We'll
about
talk
it.
about
Anyway,
it. Mom.
Getting out of control here.
as Luigi, I'm not Luigi. I don't know. Why.
As Luigi, as myself, Luigi.
That's not what I meant to say.
Yeah.
As no, you can play as Luigi, and then he like has a little.
Oh, the ghost thing from the
No.
first game.
I would hope you could play as Luigi.
Yes, you can play
Yeah.
as Luigi, I think.
Yeah.
And
I
he has a little pack on his back called you shook up the ghosts.
Yeah.
But it has a gooey container in it, and the gooey spill out and become
Yeah.
gooey Luigi called Gooigi. And that's player 2.
That's what I was talking about.
And it has some of the
Nice.
best co-op puzzles ever.
That's what I was talking about.
Like you're both
Was
doing
that-
things. Yeah, that's Gooigi, and you're doing things at the same time, and like
That's
And the
cool.
Gooigi can walk through walls, but he can't
I
touch
love
water.
Luigi's Mansion. So yeah, Mario Kart, new 3D Mario, and Luigi's Mansion,
It is
and
a
maybe
sh-
Animal Crossing.
It is
some
a
Animal
huge
Crossing.
shame that you never played Luigi Man. I'm gonna keep. This is like the new Harry Potter for me.
Yeah.
Luigi
Well, you-
Mansion 3 is a masterpiece, and if you don't play Dark Moon and you liked that game, because that game is not very well liked, then you're gonna love 3.
Really? People don't like that one?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I like it. I think it's great.
Yeah, I still need to beat those, so I don't know.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
very exciting. Lots
I
of
also gotta throw in
developments.
just a new Donkey Kong game. Just gonna throw that one into
New Donkey Kong. That would be nice.
Yeah, new Donkey Kong.
All right.
Kind of cool.
Let's close it up with
All right.
the console wars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Peace out, media junkies.